What's up, everybody? Today is a special day. I mean, literally, it's a day for us to rejoice. All anime viewers, manga readers are really excited that this show has finally come out. Now, I've been waiting for a long time for this. 7 volumes and a whole lot of people have been asking for this show to come out. I'm talking Everyday Life with Monster Girls, or in which case, Monster Musume. Now, unlike your typical monsters like from these Rosario vampires, this right here is a little tough. I mean, this show is kind of a little bit of a twist, unlike Rosario Vampire. So without further ado, I'm going to give you a review of episode 1 of Monster Musume. Now, let's start off by saying this. Monsters. Okay, these monster girls are really hot these days, and people are huge fans of those. Like, take Skune from Rosario Vampire. He goes to a school. School full of monsters, check. And these hot girls want him, check. So that's pretty much it. Now, unlike that, Monster Musume is like, what would happen if monsters was, I don't know, come to the human world and bond with them? This is where episode 1 kicks in. Episode 1 is pretty funny. He's got this monster girl who half human, you know, half lady, half snake. She's a lemur, if you could put it that way, but you get the idea. She has a body of a snake, in other words. And one morning she wakes up. No, one morning it's like 6:30 in the morning. She tied him up around. I mean, she's trying to squeeze the life out of him. This is like what would happen if you sleep with snakes. Put it like that, or a cobra, or whatever. And she's trying to like squeeze the life out of him before he dies. Now, the opening is pretty much what it is, you know. 6 monsters living in a house with him. Now, this is where like the harem etching is kind of the breaking point. Apparently, this is law. This interspecies law, and it's basically species bond with humans, and there are rules where you can't mate with the monsters, or you can't hit them, or monsters can't hit humans. That's pretty much what it is. Now, again, episode 1 is just dealing with one monster at a time to understand what their life is, or what they look like. So, Miia, her name spelled like a me, like, you know, Nintendo Mii thing, M-I-I, but you put an A over there, that's Miia. So, yeah. So, basically, she's a snake, like I said, tied around it. Now, there was funny times about her. She keep calling her darling. It's pretty hectic. With the whole trying to bathe with him, and then it's pretty funny. So, being captured, they were sent to this place. No, he was cooking food for them. It was a place full of eggs and whatnot. And long story, he keeps Mrs. Smith, who's keeping an eye on him to make sure that he doesn't do anything sexually or badly towards the snake or any monster specifically. This is where episode 1 gets further. You see, they went on a date, and you got this ugly ass couple, all black skinned ugly ass couple, so making fun of Miia, and she was about to slap them with the tail, but monsters can't hit humans because if she breaks the law, they'll get separated, and she don't want that to happen. So he interfered, jumped in, and hit him in the face. Now this is where other craziness happens. Everybody's surprised that these two are dates and all that stuff because they've never seen like a human monster date kind of thing. So they went to this lingerie store for monsters, and she tried to try on these bra and whatnot. Now normally a guy will sneak out and say, okay, I'll walk out. See ya. Nope. They're trying to stay together. Even if they get separated, they'll find out that she's all alone, and now that's not gonna work. So she tried to have the bra on, and he quickly got out. But as soon as he got out, he got this triangular shaped panties. He's like, what is this? So soft, and it's so triangular. And Miia, when he's like, excuse me, those are my panties. She's like, and he's like, oh, you wear panties? He's like, perfect, knocked him out. Now, but the impact, bro, she smacked him so hard, like you have to rewind it carefully to a point where he breaks through the door outside. That was crazy. So as the day goes on, they were trying to hide from each other, and then they went inside this love hotel thing, and that was pretty much the funny. They thought they were gonna make out, And then Mrs. Smith and her gang of police enforcers came and trying to make sure that this is not happening and all that stuff. So as they left the hotel, this ugly ass couple was making fun of her, and he couldn't take it no more. So what he did, he punched the shit out of him. He punched so hard that the impact crushed his entire face to his nose. It's like one of those cartoon shows. He's like his nose punched to the eyes and it knocked him out. And he punched him so hard. It's like you're looking at Captain Falcon punch. It knocked him to like 37. I'm like, damn. As a result, he broke his arm. He broke his fingers. I'm like, damn. And long story short, she realized that he treats her as a girl, and everything turned out okay. So, like I said, episode 1 was a pretty good opening, a good plot to kick off. I like shows like that too. I give this a 10 out of 10 still, because this is like one of those shows that we've been dying to see. And I hope in some shows that you really wanted to wait for, and it gets to this episode and you're like, oh, it's not what I expected from the manga. But I tell you what, if you read the manga first and you watch anime at the same time, you kind of get the understanding like, oh, this is a pretty good show. That's why I like this. And not to mention, episode 2 is going to be a killer show. We got 2 monsters coming up. I hate to say this. I don't want to spoil the next episode. But the next episode is, we have 2 new monsters coming. You got the Harpy, Pappy, and Satara. This is the Centaur. You know what that is. But looking forward for those 2 monsters to show up at his house. Again, and that's it. The ending is pretty funny. It got a rock music going on. And it shows Mrs. Smith, which you're going to see her. She has glasses, long black hair. You're going to see her. And the ending shows with her mom squad. Now, I don't want to spoil this, but the 4 monsters that she's with is her squad. They track down monsters or humans that's kind of doing bad things in this city. So these 4 monsters are this. You have the doppelganger who has long white hair and dark skin. And you already know what a cyclops is. So one of those, if you look at one of those 4 that is a cyclops, you probably know who it is. You probably know what it is just by looking at it. One is a zombie. No, really, it's a zombie. Like, really a zombie. And there's one giant woman who's an ogre. So you get the idea who they are. But that's her squad, the Mon squad. So as you watch the ending, you find out which is which just by looking at them. Again, this is my review of episode 1. I'm really excited for episode 2, and I hope y'all too. I don't know what good shows are out tomorrow. I have to look at the guide for upcoming shows that's coming out Wednesday. I know Thursday is gonna be Rampo, Keaton, and Gangster, which I'm gonna review on Thursday. If I have time on Wednesday, I gotta post. No, on Wednesday I got something that tells me that I have to do like a top 5 power special moves or whatnot. So if I have time on Wednesday, I'm gonna do my top 5 special moves or whatnot. And I think y'all will find out what is my top 5. It might leave you surprised, it might leave you guessing why I picked it, but you'll see why. Again, thank you. Looking forward to it. Oh, and one more thing. If you guys want to follow me on Google+, Facebook, and that app, Anime Amino. I started 3 weeks ago, so I'm getting followers, reputations, all that stuff. But again, follow me on the app, which is called Anime Amino. Looking forward to it. Again, this is the Ashikabi Prince. I'll talk to you soon.